to because that's how family actually gets.
Listen to me. I don't have to. He
Chrissy.
has to. That's your son.
No,
he has to.
no.
I don't
You
have
have to remember
This
once
is a choice.
you and him get married, and really, as far as I'm concerned, y'all are married, okay? And if you're part of him, okay, and that means he's definitely me, that means that you're part of me.
It was a moment no one expected, not even those closest to the family. Breaking news hit the airwaves. Jim Jones, the legendary rapper and one of the driving forces behind the Diplomats, has reportedly been kicked out by none other than his own son, Joseph "Pewdie" Jones. And the reason? A shocking blow-up involving Chrissy Lampkin, the woman Jim has been with since 2004. Fans are left stunned, struggling to process the dramatic turn of events that have unfolded within this high-profile family. What could have possibly led to such a public and intense family feud? A situation so explosive that it pushed Jim's own son to make a bold, drastic decision. This story has been building up for a while, and it all seems to have come to a head in a way that no one could have seen coming. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's relationship has never been a simple love story. They've been through the highs and the lows together, from public proposals to private struggles. For nearly 2 decades, their bond has been under the scrutiny of the public eye. Their relationship has faced its fair share of obstacles, disagreements over marriage, questions about loyalty, and more. Fans have watched them navigate the ups and downs, but what many don't realize is how much tension this has created, not just between Jim and Chrissy, but also between Jim and his son, Pewdie. Joseph "Pewdie" Jones Guy is no stranger to the public eye, though his appearances have been relatively sparse compared to his father. Born in 2003, Pewdie is Jim's son from a previous relationship, and while he's often kept a low profile, he's no stranger to the reality TV world, where he's occasionally been seen alongside his father. But now, at the age of 22, Pewdie is much more involved in the family dynamics. The bond between him and his father, Jim, had always seemed relatively strong until now. The incident that changed everything reportedly began as a disagreement between Jim and Chrissy. A heated argument, fueled by unresolved issues, spiraled out of control. There were accusations, raised voices, and perhaps even deep-rooted frustrations that had been simmering for years. As the argument escalated, it caught Pewdie's attention. The young man, who had watched his father and Chrissy face countless ups and downs, had seen enough. According to witnesses, Pewdie stepped in, frustrated by the constant turmoil and the impact it was having on their household. In a move that shocked everyone, Pewdie allegedly demanded that Jim leave the house. He reportedly told his father that he needed to leave, at least for the time being, to give everyone a chance to cool off and reflect. It wasn't just a simple request, it was a demand, a decision that forced Jim to pack up and leave, even if it was only temporary. Jim, known for his strong personality and commanding presence, was left in an unfamiliar position, his own son telling him to go. This dramatic moment speaks volumes about the state of the family. For years, Jim and Chrissy's relationship had been on display for all to see, but this argument revealed the cracks in their foundation. Cracks that had, it seemed, finally begun to tear apart the family. Pewdie's decision to intervene and kick his father out was not just an emotional reaction. It reflected the frustration and exhaustion of dealing with years of tension and drama. For Pewdie, his father's actions and his relationship with Chrissy were no longer just personal matters. They were impacting him and the rest of the family in a way that couldn't be ignored. Jim and Chrissy's relationship has always been complicated, with highs and lows that played out in the public eye. While some moments showcased their undeniable love and commitment, others exposed deep-seated issues that never seemed to get resolved. Over time, resentment built up and arguments became more frequent. This latest incident was simply the breaking point, not an isolated event. Pewdie, having witnessed these struggles for years, had reached his limit. He saw his family in turmoil and felt that drastic action was the only way to restore some sense of peace. Reactions to this event were mixed. Some of Jim's friends and associates supported Pewdie's actions, seeing them as a necessary step in maintaining peace. They argued that sometimes, when things reach a boiling point, tough decisions have to be made, even if it means going against the grain. Others, however, felt that the issue should have been dealt with behind closed doors. Family matters, they argued, should be kept private, and publicizing such a dramatic situation only made things worse. The division in opinions only added to the tension surrounding the situation, making it harder to determine what the best course of action should be moving forward. Among those closest to Jim and Chrissy, there was an undeniable sense of concern. Friends who had known them for years expressed their sadness over the state of their relationship. Some believed that their love story had taken a tragic turn, while others still held on to hope that they could work things out. Family members, too, were divided. While some sided with Pootie, understanding his frustration, others believed that he had overstepped, making things worse rather than better. It was a difficult situation with no easy answers, and everyone involved felt the weight of the conflict. And then, of course, there are the fans. Jim and Chrissy's relationship has been followed closely for years, with fans both rooting for them and speculating about their future. This latest development has left many in shock. Some fans believe this could be the end of an era for the Jones family, perhaps signaling a permanent rift between father and son. Others are more hopeful, seeing this as a moment of reckoning that could lead to reconciliation. Maybe this confrontation will be the catalyst for change, pushing everyone involved to face the issues that have been swept under the rug for far too long. Social media erupted with debates about the situation. Some praised Pootie for taking a stand, applauding his bravery in standing up to his father. Others criticized him, arguing that no matter the circumstances, a son should never turn against his father in such a public way. The differing opinions only fueled the controversy, making it one of the most talked about moments in the entertainment world. It wasn't just about Jim and Chrissy anymore. This was a discussion about family loyalty, personal boundaries, and the consequences of unresolved conflicts. As discussions intensified, more people began weighing in, including celebrities and influencers who had followed Jim and Chrissy's journey over the years. Some believed that Pootie was justified in his actions, as unresolved family issues often lead to bigger emotional burdens. They argued that standing up for oneself, even against family, is sometimes necessary for personal growth. Others, however, felt that family disputes should never be aired out for the public to consume, as it only amplifies the negativity and makes reconciliation even harder. The media played a significant role in escalating the drama. News outlets picked up the story, dissecting every detail and speculating on what could come next. Analysts debated whether Jim and Chrissy's relationship had reached the point of no return and whether Pootie's bold actions would have long-term consequences. The incident turned into more than just a family disagreement. It became a cultural talking point about generational conflicts, respect, and the complexities of family relationships in the public eye. As the dust begins to settle, questions remain. What's next for the Jones family? Will Jim and Chrissy be able to mend their relationship and move past this explosive confrontation? Will Pootie and Jim's bond recover, or is this a sign of deeper fractures in their family dynamic? The truth is, it's too early to tell. Time will reveal whether this moment is a temporary setback or a sign of something much bigger. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear: this event has changed the family dynamic forever. Jim, known for his resilience, may attempt to fix things and regain his son's trust. He has been in the public eye for years, navigating various controversies, and this situation is yet another challenge he must face. Whether he chooses to address the conflict privately or make a public statement remains to be seen. But will Pootie be willing to forgive and move forward? That remains the biggest question. Some believe that Pootie's actions were a long time coming, a result of years of frustration finally reaching its peak. Others believe that he may regret his decision and look for ways to reconcile with his father. Chrissy, too, faces a difficult decision. She has been at the center of this storm for years, and now she must decide whether to keep fighting for the relationship or walk away for good. She has always been vocal about her feelings and her struggles with Jim, and this latest event might push her to finally make a firm decision about their future. If she stays, she will need to navigate the tension between Jim and Pootie, a task that will require immense patience and understanding. For now, we wait and watch as the drama continues to unfold. This story has more twists to come, and with every new development, the future of Jim Jones and his family hangs in the balance. Will they be able to find common ground, or is this the beginning of a deeper, irreparable split? The coming days and weeks will provide more clarity, but for now, all eyes remain on the Jones family as they navigate this difficult chapter in their lives. The story is far from over, and only time will tell whether this family can heal or if the wounds are too deep to mend. Now we turn it over to you. What do you think about this shocking turn of events? Was Pootie justified in his actions, or should he have handled things differently? We want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates as this intense family drama continues to unfold.